another episode of the Afterschool Anime Club. My name is Max Newland. I'm one of the chapter co-presidents and your host for this evening. With me, as always, I've got the two of them back in business. He may or may not be in witness protection. We don't know because it's not something you're supposed to bring up every day. It's Max Kostrak.
And definitely don't say it in front of a bunch of children who love to talk a lot to adults.
Speaking of which, children, she probably agrees with Michael Jordan more than ever before. It's Stevie Matos.
Yes, I do. I do. So much. Big agreement.
And we're proud to welcome yet another special guest to our podcast. She's the renowned clown about town, the freelance e-jester known exclusively for being silly on the internet. You can find him at I Saw Ken on Twitter, Tumblr, and Coffee. She's not to be confused with Pagliacci. It happens way more often than you think. It's Ken Callahan.
Hey everybody, it's me, Ken.
Ken!
Had to bring the clown board in. I don't have a fun soundboard, I just have an analog horn, so if there's gonna be a consistent, fun noise tagline from me, it's gonna be that. Really hope that didn't blow out your eardrums.
Bringing very powerful horn energy into...
Powerful horn energy.
The big horn energy.
I think that's really, like, applicable.
You got that BHE, that big horn energy?
Oh yeah, you know it.
Oh yeah, extremely.
Oh yeah.
We've entered our Shin-Chan era.
Here it is.
We're all silly little guys running around.
Here we go.
We're going to try to replicate that same manic energy.
Yeah, same manic energy as an episode of the American version of Crayon Shin-Chan, which may or may not... Hey, y'all, this is a weird... The history of this program is just as weird as the show that we watched.
It's so wacky. It's so wackadoo. God, it's just as good as I remembered it.
So, yes, we watched Crayon Shin-Chan. I'm imagining it was a fun time for everybody.
It was so good.
This was good.
Before we talk about it, though, it almost feels like it's been too long since I've gotten to say these words, but we're watching a new anime series.
Yes.
Which means I've prepared a game for you called No Need for Trivia.
How much do we know?
Let's go. Not shit. I don't know anything.
Okay. So
I'm pretty. I am not smart.
This one is a multiple choice game.
Oh, do we have to buzz?
No. I will ask you all to reveal your answers after I have revealed all of the possibilities. Okay.
Okay.
So let's begin. Question number 1. It's no secret that Shin-Chan has had a tumultuous history in terms of English language releases. But can you tell me how many English dubs currently exist? Note, there's one in production right now. Hasn't been released. It doesn't count. Okay?
Thank you.
A, 2, B, 3, C, 4, or D, 5. 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Okay. I have a low number that I'm certain of, but I don't know what the total is.
I'm just gonna go for it and say my answer is 2, because I know for sure about 2 of them. And that's the best I got.
I'm going to go one above you and guess B3.
Smart.
Okay. And Stevie, what's your answer?
I'm trying to think how popular this is. I'm gonna say D4.
Would you believe it? There were 5.
Oh
wow, really?
What?
5 English dubs of Crayon Shin-Chan that currently exist.
Why?
I know. Okay, so I know there's the one we watched. There is the Funimation joke dub. What else is there?
Yeah.
A second dub done by this same company like 10 years later.
The Foos dub. Not to be confused with Foosball.
Okay.
There is a Hong Kong English dub.
Oh.
And there is one produced in South Korea.
Huh.
Okay.
That's in English.
It's in English, and it. You know, let's continue before I give any more details about anything. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Because we might be cheating. We might be getting some answers if you keep talking. Okay.
Okay.
So this is question number 2. So this that we watched, the Vitello dub, is the first English dub of Shin-Chan. It was produced by Vitello Productions and Lacey Entertainment for Canadian television. It has the great distinction of starring a voice actor known today for her work on the American cartoon Rugrats. She played Shin-Chan and Shin's mother. Which character on Rugrats did she play?
Oh,
Is that
come
A,
on.
Tommy, B, Chucky, C, Phil and Lil, or D, Angelica?
It's Phil and Lil. May I say it's Phil and Lil?
Yeah.
I'm also
I
going
looked
to
it up.
guess Phil and Lil.
It drove me nuts when I watched it. I would realize I know who this is, but I had to
Yeah.
look it up. I cheated.
It's absolutely Phil and Lil. And she also plays Shin-Chan's mom, and I loved that. I love
Oh,
the
the
energy that
scenes
created.
in these
So
episodes we
good.
watched. There's a lot of back and forth between those two.
Yeah.
Love it when a voice actor gets to talk to themselves.
Yeah.
Mel Blanc energy, honestly. Okay,
Yes, 100%.
so everybody's on the board. We've all got 1 point. Going into question number 3 now. To this day, there's only one English dub of Shin-Chan available that keeps the same plot lines and characterizations as the original Japanese release. In what country was this dub produced? A, South Korea, B, Portugal, C, the United Kingdom, or D, Australia?
I think Portugal.
Okay.
Could be way off, but that's
Ken
my
sticking
guess.
out
I'm
Portugal.
sticking to it.
Wasn't Portugal the one that changed Yu Yu Hakusho's name, that changed Urameshi's name to Eugene?
Eugene. Eugene.
Eugene Urameshi.
Not Eugene.
I'm on to you, so I'm guessing South Korea, A.
Okay.
I'm gonna poop. Not Eugene Urameshi. I'm so upset. I feel like it's South Korea because you mentioned South Korea earlier. I feel like South Korea would do that. Would be truer to the Japanese.
It is South Korea. Now, here's the thing.
Okay.
The Shin-Chan South Korea dub was produced as a way of like teaching children English. Is the thing that it's like an educational program over there.
Like Muzzy. Y'all remember
Yes.
Muzzy?
Oh
It's
my
fucking
god, yeah, it's Muzzy.
Like
Just
Muzzy?
Rajun Fu.
Wow. Yeah, like Muzzy. That's cool. I like that. That's very fun.
So I have a
Okay,
question, and
so
it's
that's
okay if you don't
Stevie.
have an answer, but do they keep the penis in the English studies? Do they keep the penis in there? Yes, no?
I don't know. Maybe. I didn't see anything in there about them like censoring too much of it, but they did want it to be like for especially young children, whereas these dubs definitely for the like older teen set.
Gotcha. So penis up
Absolutely.
in the air.
Penis up in the air, butts flying around. Okay, question number 4. Max and Stevie have pulled ahead. Shin-Chan's 4th English dub, produced in Hong Kong, is very hard to find in the West. What obscure channel would you have to go through to watch it legally? A, Dish Network pay-per-view. B, Nintendo 3DS eShop.
No.
C, UMDs on the PlayStation Portable. Or D, Yahoo Screen.
Oh, these are all
Yo.
so
Oh my
good.
God.
This is the
The
best.
answer is so crazy. This is the most weird thing I discovered looking up Shin-Chan.
I'm putting my head in 3DS just because I want that to be the answer. I want that to be real. So that's my answer.
One for 3DS.
I'm gonna guess UMD for the exact same reason.
That's what I think for the joke I want it to be Yahoo. I
Is
want
it?
it to be Yahoo.
These
Yeah,
are final
it's Yahoo
answers?
for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ken gets the point this round. It's the 3DS eShop, which
Let's
means
go,
Hell
baby.
yeah.
Let's go.
Oh no,
Which
which
means-
means at the end of the month it disappears forever.
Oh god, we gotta
I
get it
gotta,
out!
I gotta get my 3DS charged. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Only
I
got
gave my
one
3DS
chance.
away.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
Newland,
That's
put this one out early so people know.
it's even worse than that. It's only available on the 3DS eShop in the United Kingdom and Portugal.
Can you put a VPN on a 3DS? Get me in there. Oh,
hold on. I've got 20 days to.
Oh, fuck.
Whew, okay.
I
this is
cannot
it.
believe that Portuguese Urameshi got us. Eugene, I'm coming for you.
Eugene foils us once again. So this is the last question. It's tied up 2-2-2. Ken, Stevie, Max. Who will win? Number 5. Shin-Chan himself has appeared as a cameo in numerous other properties, including this smartphone exclusive game that is part of what Japanese anime/gaming franchise? Is it A, Super Robot Wars, B, Dragon Ball, C, Astro Boy, or
Oh.
D, Jump Force?
Oh.
It's a smartphone exclusive edition.
Based on a certain
One of
piece
these.
of fan art, I'm gonna just say Dragon Ball.
Okay. Is Dragon Ball
okay.
on the board? Ken's on the board with Dragon Ball.
I would say I'm gonna say the robot one, A, because he likes robots. But I don't know. I'm gonna say A though. I'm gonna say
He's
A.
on Super Robot Wars.
Super Robot Wars.
And the other two are Jump Force and
Astro Boy.
Astro Boy's a good one.
I'm gonna give
I
it to
thought
Astro. I'm
Boy
gonna
too.
take a guess at Astro
Yeah.
Boy because I feel like he would be friends with Shin-Chan, or Shin-Chan would bully him. Actually, is what would happen.
And the winner has been crowned. It's Stevie Matos picking
Wow!
Super Robot Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets his own little robot and everything.
Good deductive
Oh,
reasoning.
that's so cute.
He is a big fan of like Gundam in the show, so
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
tracks.
he is. He has his whole thing about the chopsticks in episode 2.
When the biggest thing in your life is which chopsticks you need to bring to school with you today.
I'm telling you, that's the life,
Yeah.
That's kid stuff.
man. I miss that.
Thanks for
miss
thanks
that
for
kid
playing
stuff.
my game. I had
It
fun.
was so fun.
It was a good game. I learned
Yeah.
a lot, and I can't wait to use it in my day-to-day life.
Thank you.
This is coming up again.
Oh shit, is there a review at the end?
It does, though, for sure.
So we watched, as I mentioned, the first 2 episodes of the Vitello Productions dub. It's kind of all over the place. I did my best to write a summary for what happened.
I did my best.
Because it's technically like 6 episodes.
Yes,
Yeah.
basically 6 episodes. So I'll just try to get through it. We watched episodes 1 and 2 of Crayon Shin-Chan, and this is what we saw.
Hey, Shin-Chan. Looking for trouble, he's your man. Say hey, Shin-Chan. Breaking the rules.
Episode 1 opens on a game of house, like you used to play as a kid. The kids pawn the role of baby off on the principal, who's doing his best to put the pal in Principal. He commits to the bit a little too hard and gets no snacks. The next day, Shin's mom fantasizes about owning a car, while Shin, on the other hand, wishes she had a cool horse. She starts driving school right away, and thankfully she's not all that bothered by her initial failure. Class doesn't go all that well for her, and her teacher isn't very much help. When Shin escapes daycare, he causes what looks to be millions of yen in property damage on the testing course, and Mom fails with her exam. That's it, end of episode. In episode 2, Shin sets out to help his mom with her weight loss plan by making huge messes all over the place and tempting her with invisible snacks. Dad demonstrates some progressive, for its time, body positivity, but at the end of the day, Mom decides the real diet starts tomorrow. Chapter 2 opens on Shin's kindergarten class having a field day. The various dynamics between Shin and his friends drive assorted petty conflicts and physical gags. When the principal teases a prize for the first kid to complete the course, Shin and the kids get competitive. Though at the end of the day, the prize is just snacks for everybody. The next day, Shin's mom ditches to go out for lunch. Rather than wake his sleeping father, Shin helps him with his personal grooming, but goes a bit too far. Not coolly-ooly. Various replacements are tried for his shaved eyebrows, but nothing works. At the end of the day, Mom and Dad come up with a lie that pins the blame on the kitchen explosion Shin caused off-screen. And that's Crayon Shin-Chan.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
It was so
many
good.
things happen. And this is actually stitched together from multiple episodes of the Japanese source material. They just pulled little vignettes.
They're Sailor Mooning us.
Yes.
Yeah, they Sailor Mooned us. So that's interesting because I did write that I was like, oh, see, I didn't know that, and we get this kind of vignette situation from an anime that's now being produced by Netflix, The Way of the House Husband, where 20 minutes is like 2 episodes, like 10, or it's like 2 little like
It's
vignettes.
typically like
even
gag style. I see that a lot.
Yeah.
Where it's like, here's a little 5-minute sitcom.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I was like, I like this format because it is funny. It's funny and it's short. It's short and sweet and to the point, and it is episodic. I did not realize that they just essentially were like, we like this bit and this
Pretty
bit,
much, yeah.
and we're gonna make it 20 minutes. That's
What if we made
really
our own
funny.
show?
Is that, what up, Deek Dub? What up, Vitello?
Well, it's funny you say that. Are you guys familiar with Ghost Stories, the dub?
Oh yeah.
It made me think of that. I was very curious how much the Japanese original source material actually related to this English dub, because I don't know for sure, but I don't know if the original Japanese source material has him say Mamacita every 20 seconds.
Can we talk about the lingo?
It's so
The
good.
lingo. This whole show is just lingo.
Lingo. It's so
Welcome
lingo.
to the 90s, folks.
Shishkadirt was
I
one of my
wrote that
favorites.
down. I wrote down Shishkadur. It was so good.
Shishkadirt. Pervo. Pervo was good. Mamacita. All the time. Mamacita. What was another one?
Little Missy.
Little Missy, this is not a catchphrase, but chunky butt banana ice cream. I lost my shit. It was gone. It was like I watched it leave me, and it's not come back. Happy.
There were so many
kindergarten.
individual lines that I stopped writing them down because so many, like, every 10 seconds I would be writing down pretend barbecue boy or like whatever.
Excuse me, moo. Froggy Frog jumped the log. Okay.
Yeah, it's just.
I think my favorite was one of my favorites was I really, really loved the driving stuff. Like that was so funny to me.
Yeah.
Mom with
so
her
good.
like with the very put upon driving instructor who's like meaner than she deserves, even though she's a bad driver.
He was kind of being an asshole.
Yeah.
He was kind of horrid. Like, yes, no, but I was like, oh, this was my driving teacher, except that I was full of anxiety and I was very terrified of wrecking my mother's car. He was not as mean, although he did absolutely when I turned a 3-point turn into a 16-point turn, he goes, just stop, just put it in reverse. And then
When
just go
I
for it.
was
Just stop.
taking driving lessons, the lesson right after, so the last lesson I took with this one driving instructor was like the first time out on the highway.
Okay.
And at one point during the lesson, he just sort of said, "Turn around, we're going home." And I drove back to my house.
Oh no.
And when I got back to my house, he got out of the car and I got out of the car and he got into the driver's seat and he left without saying a word.
What did you do?
I don't remember what I did, but it was bad.
My
Oh,
mom.
honey.
So my mom. My mom saw all of the other like students before me, because in Kentucky you don't need to go to driving school. You just have to
Right.
like get a certain
Yeah.
amount of hours of permitted driving.
They
I didn't
trust
go to
you.
driving school. Yeah, well, my cousin taught me how to drive,
Fine.
but like my mom saw all these other instructors like failing a bunch of other like new like 16-year-old drivers, and so she assumed that I was going to fail and didn't bring money to pay for my license. And so I did pass. The 3-point turn was the worst part of my driving test, and everything else I did perfectly fine. I passed the paper test. But so I come back from the driving test and I'm like, I passed. And Mom's like, what?
Oh, shit.
Oh shit. Like literally was like, oh shit. And like called my aunt for money because she didn't call my aunt for like a checkbook because she didn't bring hers because she thought I was going to fail. I was like, great. She's like, I just thought that you were gonna fail because of the teachers. I was like, yeah, it's cool. I've never had anyone believe in me ever. It's fine. I
God,
appreciate
that's funny.
We love
lack
underdogs
of
though.
confidence.
That's the thing.
Expect nothing from me. Do not estimate me at all. Don't do it.
And
You
you'll
will
always
never
have a
be-
good time.
Don't estimate me and you'll be fine. So yeah, that was the thing I didn't like about the one thing I didn't like about the driving teacher was that, and it's also because of the product of its time. There was a lot of punching down in that vignette. Like, there was a ton, and I was like, "Ooh, this is a little tiresome because you are constantly making fun of her." Granted, she is pulling some bubble-headed ass shit, but you are really saying she is dumb as hell. Like, come on.
If he was a reasonable person, he would have sat her down and said, "You need to drink some water and sober up."
Right.
This show is like, so this aired in the early 2000s, and it's almost crazy to say that like there's less misogyny on television now, because there's still quite a lot of misogyny on television right now.
Yeah.
But like this is a pretty harsh reminder of how
there's a
casual,
lot.
like especially the middle bit where mom's trying to lose weight. Like, oh my God.
Just so many throwaway little pieces that are just like, oh, that, like how many times Shin-Chan insults his mother's weight, like with with some pretty awful terms.
Shin-Chan literally says "women drivers" at one point in the driving
know.
episode.
Yes.
Oh shit! I forgot that was a stereotype. Actually,
I mean, like, yes, it is absolutely a stereotype. Granted, I knew a body shop by name in college. I was running shit all the time, but that's because I have a limited perception of death, not because I am not a safe driver. So, but like, yeah, the casual misogyny, the only semi-progressive thing was Dad during the diet episode being like, I think you look cute. I think you're fine. I don't think you need to diet. And I was like, thank you, Dad, because this diet culture thing, she was like, this diet's going to work this time. I was like, that's the point of a diet. It's not designed to work. It's designed to make you hate yourself. No.
literally,
They don't work. Stop doing it.
They don't work. It's been clinically proven that they don't work. I'm so sorry.
Because you end up making a fucking stir fry at 3 a.m.
Yes.
And who hasn't?
Exactly.
Who
hasn't?
among us?
we've all been there.
Honestly, I definitely have, for sure.
100. I've definitely done that.
It's very funny, just like all the different ways that is so steeped in 90s culture, diet culture being one of them, misogyny jokes being another. And I really liked the Gexian constant pop culture references. Like The Godfather. I literally wrote down one of the kids, I think his name is Cosmo. He goes, he goes, bridge over the river Kwai. I lost my shit.
Yeah.
I
completely lost it. That was... that bowled me out of my seat.
It's very Jay Leno, you know?
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Remember when making constant pop culture references was like the shit? Like the only
This is a
kind of
joke.
comedy you could do?
This is just the name of a movie that's out right now, and that's a joke that you're gonna laugh at.
Right. It was really, really funny. I loved that. I was, for the first episode, I was like, why do you keep calling him Godfather? And then he turned around and threatened their parents, and I was like, oh.
And he's in witness protection.
The exact threat is also, what if I threaten to rough up your daddies?
I forgot, the exact terminology. I'm also into roughing up daddies, like, I get it.
I fight dads.
Principal, though,
I do fight dads.
I do think the principal's maybe the most interesting character on this show.
I want to know more. I want to know more about that man.
I want that backstory so bad.
That principal is the most Coach McGurk ass motherfucker.
Did y'all notice the music sting when he mentioned witness protection the second time?
No.
Like the little Godfather sting?
Yes,
It was really
funny.
funny.
I did. It was just fun because it took me until the second episode to be like, oh, you were in the mob. That's what we're trying to say. You were
He's
in
a
the mob.
mafia guy. Okay.
Godfather.
He's a mafia guy. It was so funny. Can we talk about? This is just in the second episode, and it's Shin-Chan it's in the first episode. Shin-Chan getting ready for school. What kind of toilet seat cover goes around the toilet like a pair of stockings?
I mean, I think that was just a pair of stockings, right?
I think it was just a pair of stockings, and they said it was a
differently.
toilet seat.
Like, there's weird stuff going on here. Obviously, they changed a lot
shit
of
like that.
They changed a lot of the characterization. Like, from what I can tell, mostly everyone is like meaner and more sarcastic, especially Shin.
Yes.
Than in the source material. But like, given the situations that are visually occurring, Like some of the plot, I feel like I can feel a charming and nice little plot, like trying to bust through, being held back by this like miasma of sarcasm and like grunge. You know what I mean?
I kind of desperately do want to go back and watch the original Japanese now.
I was thinking that, just to see.
Yeah, now I want to know.
I will endeavor to find an episode of it before our next recording and give it a
Compare.
watch.
I think the one indication of that is Bo. I mean, look.
Oh my God,
Bo. The Bo Zone.
The best kid.
I love the Bo.
Best kid in this whole show. Bo.
Bo's so good. Meow. I'm gonna be the donkey. Meow. I'm like, yeah, you are. You sure? I just liked it with Bo. He did something in the obstacle course, and he just said his name constantly. It was when he went over the river. Bo. I was like, come on, Bo. Let's go. Let's go. Bo is so good.
Real quick, if I could shift us for a second, we have. This show is so wild. We've jumped all over the place because there's so much happening.
Oh, yeah.
And real quick, I want to baseline because this is the first time I've ever seen more than 10 seconds of this show. And so this is 100% new to me. This is blowing my mind. Ken, have you seen this show before?
No. And
yeah.
So go ahead, finish your train of thought, because I have a tangent I would like to take you all on that's gonna be, it's gonna demand a lot of attention. So you go ahead, finish your thought, because it goes off of that. I've never seen this show before. I had one expectation of it that fell short, but
oh my goodness.
Oh no.
I want to know that. Well, then, real quick, Stevie, what was you've seen this before, right?
Yes. So I've seen like parts of it. I did not see it in any sort of like order, and that clearly doesn't matter for Shin-Chan. But I watched it when it was on like, I think it was on Adult Swim. It obviously had to be. So it was like, I'm pretty sure I watched it was on Adult Swim, and I thought it was, yeah, absolutely. And I thought it was super funny. I didn't know that it was a joke dub at the time. And the thing that, and I truly used to like, I absolutely fell in love with how goofy and raunchy Shin-Chan was at the time, but I was also like 14, so you know, I'm like, oh poop.
Should we toss an episode of the joke dub in here when we continue to study this show? It might actually be worth talking about.
They were airing not super far apart from each other.
5 years apart, I think. 2001 and 2006.
Yeah. So it's just like, so I do remember things like the super pooper and like all of this stuff. And like, that's the thing. I literally used to stim with that. I'm not medicated. Can you tell? So I am manic and unmedicated. It's okay. Me and my therapist have an agreement. But I really love Shin-Chan because it was so stupid. But I did also remember that it was wildly misogynist and probably a little gross. And I was like, I don't know. Ooh. I was like, this is either going to be not as bad as I think it is, because I tend to catastrophize, or it's going to be just as bad as I think it is, and we're all going to hate it. But one thing I can say is that I didn't have to add anything to my ick meter too much in these episodes, and I was very bracing myself to have to do that. Outside of like the apps, like the misogynistic language and all that stuff, I was like, cool, I don't have to worry about, I mean, somebody did call somebody a pedo, and I was like, yes, that is pedo behavior. Good for calling it out.
The worst we get is pervo.
Pervo, that's what it was. Pervo. Which I was like, pervo? That's great. Pervo. I love that word. Pervo. I was like,
pervo? Okay. Again, 90s ass show.
I'm adopting that now in my vocab.
We're reclaiming
pervo.
Look, totally rude dude punched me in the solar plexus so hard. I was like, ugh. All right.
With attitude.
Totally rude dude. Yeah. Killing me. So I actually was absolutely delighted. I was like, oh yes, no, this would need to be completely redubbed for today. However, it's funny as hell. It has strong what was that horrible TV show? The one that had the Love and Marriage theme song?
Oh my god.
Married with
Children.
Married with Children, yes. Has that strong Married with Children vibe because everybody hates each other except for Dad, who's just trying to live his life.
People hate each other.
Yeah,
cool. Wacky.
Whoa, novelty. Whoa. But I enjoyed it. I want to see where it goes from here on out, especially because it also is still just like a 5-year-old being
I think it's gonna keep going exactly like this. I believe there are like 50 episodes of just this.
Yeah,
like I think we might have seen it.
Yes, absolutely.
I am curious if arcs emerge at any point. The Shin-Chan tournament arc.
I want to see that shit. Where's his Kuwabara? Come on.
Oh, yes. Bo.
Oh my god. Bo's cool. Like, thank you. I was like, Bo's Kuwabara. Hands down. Bo's Kuwabara. 100%.
Okay.
Bo's his name
Kuwabara.
in the Japanese originally as well.
Perfect.
There we go. It's perfect localization.
Is Cosmo?
Oh no, they all have like regular
names.
Japanese names, and I'm so proud of you all for remembering the children's names, because to me they were like know-it-all kid, crybaby kid, girl.
I
kid.
gotta admit, that's
to be
me.
fair.
I've just been nodding along when they say a name, like, oh yeah, totally.
That one.
That guy. I love that guy.
Sure.
I
love
remembered
him.
Cosmo because Cosmo was funny. Bo was the best. Bo was funny because Bo didn't say anything but Bo's own name. Bo only said his name. And then Max, the only reason why I remembered Max is because Max put a clip of the baby thing in the Discord. And I needed to know which Max is the baby. That's the pressing question I have. Which Max is the baby?
Listeners,
Which Max is the shopkeeper?
Yeah,
Which Max is the
vote
baby?
on your cell phones now.
when you're leaving that 5-star review, let us know.
Just say Max is the baby, and we'll know which one you mean.
Yeah, we'll know. We always seem to
If
know.
you just
weirdly.
tweet at Afterschool Anime Club, Max is the baby.
Max is the baby.
This is a new campaign. I'm sending out flyers.
That's my call.
I don't remember the redheaded girl's name though.
I'm sorry to keep directing the conversation, but my curiosity is killing me. I'm
Ken.
shooting it over
Please.
to Ken. I have to know.
No. Yeah.
I have to know where we're going with this.
Yeah, what's the rest of this episode going to be about, Ken?
We're gonna talk about the penis.
Oh, the penis.
Okay, Dr. Ruth.
What a fucking pull! Oh my god!
Yeah, like literally no one in our audience is old enough to know that show.
Oh my god! You pulled that out of your ass, which is currently in 1992. So, the only thing I knew about Shin-Chan before watching 2 episodes of it was his penis. I don't know how, because I've been trying to think about it, and my guess is the Adult Swim commercials would come on, and I mean, you know, it's Adult Swim. They're a little lewd. They're a little crazy with it. I don't know if you know this.
Yep.
But
twisted.
a little bit sick,
Fucked up.
even. Yeah. But I just remember seeing a commercial or a snippet, and there's this little dude's penis out there, and I was like, huh, weird. And then I moved on with my life for about 10 years, and now here I am today. And I was
It's
like,
weird that he's allowed to do that because he's 5, right?
Exactly.
No,
That's weird.
I gotta say, I don't know. I'm going along with this. I don't think I saw a penis in this episode.
Not in what we watched. No.
No.
There were
this dub, I
no
actually looked it
penises
up.
in this dub.
This dub has a ton of censorship in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Afterwards, I searched. I needed to know, and I learned that the penis had been fully removed and censored, which was like really disappointing to me. I was actually really excited to see this little dude's penis, which is a sentence I hope no one ever isolates and uses as blackmail. I have no excuse for that sentence.
Can I interest you in some episodes of classic Dragon Ball?
There's so many penises in Dragon Ball. That's absolutely true. Like, it was a bear market on drawn dicks in anime.
Well, now we need to really go back and look at that frame in the second half of episode 1 where he comes up to mom with no pants on, because maybe that diaper's pull-up situation
Was that diaper added in?
It literally
Yeah,
was.
was that diaper added
Oh
in?
my goodness.
I looked it
That's
up.
a
It's
good
been
point.
confirmed
Like,
on the Shin-Chan
That
wiki.
diaper wasn't. Yep, that was like that diaper was an addition then, because because you know that boy was
The Canadian
dongle
government was
out.
like, "Hey, you can't do that.
Please don't. Please. We have
Canadians
to have
were
clip art
like-
of a pair of underwear somewhere.
Exactly.
Oh, about this. Sorry,
No.
we can't show.
Well, now
no.
we're getting a little Minnesota
Oh,
here.
sorry. It's so hard. It's so hard to stay in one or the other.
If
It's
you're
so
Canadian,
hard.
leave a comment
About penis.
about penis.
Please. I'll read them all.
My only
Really testing
my
the
only
listeners
exposure to y'all
tonight.
is Letterkenny. Yeah, I'm relying on you.
By the end of it, one of you will tweet at us. All of you, I mean. We're hitting every demographic. If you're under age 36, be sure to tweet at us. Under 36, Anime Club Pod.
Widen the net. Get even wider.
Yes, because I was like, okay, that diaper's definitely edited in, because you know that he would just be absolutely just the dong song. if
The
he-
dong.
100%.
I'm so glad you
not
said dong
edited.
song. I'm so glad you said dong song. We're going somewhere else here now. So I did more research on this little dude and his wiener.
Great.
Right? Again, please don't isolate that clip. I have no excuse if you bring this in a court
Lights
of law.
off, red yarn on the wall.
So I looked up the context just to see if there was like a funny reason that his penis is always out, and there is. He does a thing called the elephant dance, and
Yes!
No.
Yes!
and it's really funny.
This
So
is what I
looked it up. I looked it up on the Wikipedia page. Says verbatim about the comedy of Shin-Chan. It says some gags may require an understanding of Japanese culture and/or language to be fully appreciated. For example,
Oh, no.
his Mr. Elephant impression. And so I'm like, whoa, what's the Mr. Elephant impression? And wouldn't you know it, it's just him spinning his wiener around. And I'm like, I'm so glad I have the context to fully appreciate
Gotta be Japanese
this
to get
meal.
that.
Yeah, thank you.
You have to be.
Americans just don't get that.
You don't get it.
So yeah, no, it literally is a dong song.
Hey, we have Dane Cook. Hold on.
I mean, I thought that was the entire point of the flappy fish thing you do to your significant other. It's for those of us who don't have a schlong
Sorry.
to feel the
Sorry,
effects of just being able
sorry,
to whip it back and forth.
Rewind. Please give me all the
I've
details
been
of Flappy Fish.
arrested by this.
Stop the
Do you
pod.
know the
No
flappy
idea
fish?
what you
We
said.
don't know flappy fish. Okay, flappy fish. I'm so sorry to all of your partners in advance. Works
Okay.
best if somebody has thick thighs, but if they are very comfortable with this, you just put your hand between their thighs and you just kind of
Okay.
whip it back.
Oh,
and
that's
forth.
it.
I've heard
Okay,
of this.
yeah, I do that all the time.
Okay.
Fish.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, flappy
Mhm.
fish. So is I thought that was just for those of us who just didn't have anything hanging low to like know what that felt like, just like swing it back and forth, to get the same joy.
No,
The
I just
elephant-
like to
do the
objectify
elephant
my
dance.
partner.
To do the elephant
To
dance.
do the Mr. Elephant impression.
Yeah.
It's elephant impression. We just called it flappy fish on this side of the Pacific.
Are you ready
Island.
for my
I don't know.
Mr. Elephant impression?
My partner's in the other room right now. I'm gonna start shouting things like, hey Sam, I got some neat ideas.
I do that to Clown Fiance a lot because his thighs are very strong from doing Spanish web, and so sometimes when he's like in shorts, I'm just like, just come up, just come
I
up,
understand.
just he just takes it. It's great. He's a fucking clown. What else is he gonna do?
Herky.
I can relate.
I love the image you continue to cultivate, Stevie, of your clown partner.
I got a clown
Partner.
partner.
It
He's
is
a fucking-
wonderful to have not I have not met this person. I desperately want to now, but the fact that I haven't gets funnier every single episode of this we record.
I can't tell you how much I'm restraining right now, asking a bunch of clown questions. It's so tantalizing. It's like bait right in front of my face right now.
Clownstins.
Clownstins.
Did he go to school for it?
Yes, he's in school
Yes.
for it. He's in school. He is literally in
way!
clown school right now. Yes, way. He is in clown school right now.
Wow.
Doing his residency.
Goals, honestly.
He is yes. He is in fact. He is not a rodeo clown because that is a different thing. He is what is called
super
a cowboy
dangerous.
clown.
That's a death wish.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
actually super. It's a super dangerous job. He is what is called a cowboy. He's called a cowboy clown who is a clown that is a cowboy.
Wait, is he a bullfighter, or is that specifically the title?
No.
I did research on
No, no,
rodeo
no.
clowns
He just-
recently. It's
he
a whole
just-
thing.
This is
No,
the
he's
Pokemon
just a-
evolution of a rodeo clown, actually.
He is just a clown that is a cowboy persona.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love
Says a
that.
f-
Oh,
has-
that's
persona.
fantastic.
He is a And part of one of the acts that he does has a whip in it. And it is a rainbow whip. It's a stage whip. It's only 6 feet long.
That's cute.
It has a snapper on the end. It's actually really cute. We call it a whip, or a whip, a big gay whip. So whip. And it's great. So he can do target whipping with it too.
This is fantastic.
Wow.
Oh my god.
And the apparatus he does is Spanish web, which is the rope that's the one rope that's suspended from the ceiling. He does that.
This is the rest of the podcast now. I'm sorry. Tell me more.
Parts of life of dating a clown, or what we like to call him affectionately as clown fiance on this podcast, is sometimes randomly I will just find a random honker somewhere. So like I'll accidentally like be moving through his house, and then I'll just hear a because I've stepped on a honker, and then I look at him with death in my eyes because I realize that this is the rest of my fucking life. And he looks at me with so much apology. He's like, I'll put that where it goes. And I'm like, thank you.
That's funny.
Stepped on your big honker.
It's the opposite in my household.
Yeah. He has lots and lots of foam balls. There's an Instagram reel going on right now about a guy. I have to find it and I'll send it to you. But essentially his whole thing is that he just makes one foam ball. He makes one foam ball or two foam balls disappear out of his hands, and then they both show up in his butt cheeks. So I've challenged him to learn that.
Beautiful.
He's just holding them in
This is
his
the worst
pants,
sentence
but
I might
still...
ever say out loud, but I have to find that video and send it to my dad, who's a magician.
Yes. This guy starts. He says, "I have two full balls and nothing in my ass." And the second I find it, Kostrak, I will send it to you.
Please do. I'm legitimately going to send that to him.
Because I sent it. Oh yeah. Also, Ken, he is a magic clown. He's a magic cowboy clown, and he specifically does card magic.
That's.
I can't wait
object
to watch
manipulation.
this anime.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good.
Yeah, so he does all of those things. It's my favorite thing to do is to walk up to the guys in my mailroom at my day job and go, "God, my fiance is a fucking clown." And they're just like, that's very strong language. And then I'll pull out a video of him doing clown shit, and I'm like, "Look." They're like, "Oh no, he's really a fucking clown." Oh shit.
You have to pull out a little explainer card from your wallet that says, "Yes, my fiance really is a clown. Here's a picture of him making a balloon animal. Here's a picture of him doing a card trick.
Oh my
He's
God.
also a cowboy
Shit.
clown." You turn the card over, it explains what a cowboy clown is.
Now, okay, I have a question for you. I've been on Tumblr for a little while, and there's a poll going around that tickled me greatly, that you all have reminded me of. So, just close your eyes, and listener, you do this too. Close your eyes. Picture a naked cowboy.
Gladly.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
God damn it. I just,
Yeehaw.
I
Is-
know.
Here's the question:
Yeah.
Is the hat still on?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Of course it
100%.
fucking is.
I realized it as he appeared in my mind.
If the answer is no, you're doing it wrong.
Because how else do you know?
And it's one of those 10-gallon Yosemite ass motherfuckers. Like it's one of those
literally.
Yosemite Sam ass. It's hat and boots. It's
I
hat
gotta
and
get
boots.
on Tumblr.
It's-
That's so good.
Tumblr's good again. If you didn't know already, it's good again.
Also, he likes to extend. Anytime I have recording nights, he does say, "Tell Newland and Kostrak, hello," and he really likes just being like this person that's
Extant
never
character,
wants to
yeah.
be on. He likes being this extant character. He never wants to be on. He never wants to be a guest. He always beams with pride every time he comes up, and he comes up.
Walking noodle incident.
That's perfect. 100% relate. I love being this weird enigmatic clown figure in my partner's life. He just shows them pictures of me in my clown outfit. He's like, "Oh yeah, no, he's a member of a clown society." And that's it. That's all they get. That's all they
Aren't
get.
we all? These days.
He's like, I never ever want to be on this podcast. I just want to be an enigmatic, like, fourth character. And I'm like, okay, we can make that happen.
I am really like spoiled for choice with the episode title between Clown Society and Mr. Elephant Dance.
Whichever one speaks to you in the moment when
Yeah.
you save. Whichever
Yeah.
one speaks to you in the moment.
Okay, so I have a
Oh my
question for
God.
you all.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
of these 6 little vignettes was your favorite?
Ooh, good question.
I can say hands down the eyebrow episode. The eyebrow episode got me so good.
I actually agree.
I
Eyebrow
lo-
episode.
Yeah, I think
was
that
so
was the
good.
most coherent of them. Like it felt very grounded, and I was right there with them. Oh shit, you shaved your dad's eyebrows. We've all been there, right? It may not have specifically been shaving our dad's eyebrows, but we've all shaved our dad's eyebrows.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Like, not to bring it back to my partner, but like, I really do love like clown ass formats. So like, I just watched Paddington 2 the other weekend. And the thing that I really love about like Paddington and that kind of comedy is that it is like, it's just like, it's true clown shit where it's like, anytime you try to make it better, it gets worse. And I love that format a lot. So like, it was so great that Shin-Chan was like, I'm going to do a good thing. And it goes horribly.
Yeah, it's classic Mr. Bean shit, right?
Comic
Like,
relief.
it
That's
is
classic
a
Mr.
small
Bean
problem that spirals out of control.
Turns into this huge issue. And the thing that made me scream, the thing that knocked me out of my seat, and it was like, I was like, I don't know if they saw this and they were like, we're doing it, and or maybe it's just a Japanese trope, but when Shin-Chan shaved his dad's eyebrows off, and his first idea was to stick I'm assuming
Seaweed?
isn't Tobiko?
Yeah,
The seaweed
the
strips on his
nori?
face.
The nori.
Yeah,
The nori on his face. He puts the nori on his face, and my brain was like, oh, the inspector from Fooly Cooley.
Yeah, I immediately also went to Fooly Cooley with that.
I was like, the inspector from Fooly Cooley, and I fell out of the chair. Like, I stumbled forward out of this chair, and I screamed into the floor. I was like, this is what I needed. And then the unibrow.
The unibrow
so
was great.
good.
I loved that. That was really funny. And the way he's like,
And the-
he's so careful trying to do it. Then it reveals what it looks like.
Once he was trying, and then his dad moved his head, and he was like, oh. It's like, yes. The fish, too, was very good. I also really love the fish. It was just all of the adjustments. I was like, yes. The eyebrow one was probably my favorite. Easy.
Yeah.
I really
Eyebrow
liked
lines.
the driving the second of the driving lesson chapters, just because that one bit where he's like, "What's your driving experience?" and she starts to talk about how she and her husband fucked in the car, and she's like, "Wait a minute, I don't think that's any of your business." And the guy just goes, "No, it's not. Thank God," and then just moves on. That one really got me.
That was a fantastic moment of her telling that story and then
And then
getting
going,
offended.
"Wait, it's your fault that I'm telling this story."
How dare you ask me?
I was
This
like,
is
oh, you
entrapment.
sure got the audacity. Right. I was like, oh, the audacity is strong in this one. I was like, oh, that's a white woman BA in that one. Okay, we can tell. That's a white girl right there.
That's Phil and Lil.
Right? That's Phil and Lil. That audacity is double time. Double strong. That one was good. I did, until he started punching down, I did like that driving instructor. But the second one was really funny. I need to know what kind of cars the kids were in. Are they like the pedal cars? Anybody have one of those pedal cars as a child?
It just appeared to drive.
Right. Just
It-
drove. I don't
He
know.
was brain synced with it. He was controlling it with his mind. They haven't
Listen, if
rolled
they
that
can make the
technology
Stuart
out
Little
yet.
car work, that this works too.
I thought the Stuart Little car was just a toy car. I thought it was just like a wind-up car.
In one of the movies, it drives. That's all I'm saying.
I've never seen Stuart Little, so you can tell me anything and I would believe you.
Yeah, he kills Hitler.
I love that part.
Oh,
That was
wow.
a good part.
Kostak hit me with teacher voice, and now I have
This one
to.
is real. Stuart Little's human mother had a natural birth in which Stuart Little is her biological child, and that's real.
I'm leaving.
I'm done already?
I'm gone.
Are you sure? I'm going home.
Anyway, so this has been fun. Thanks for having me on your podcast. I'm leaving now.
Thank you so much, Ken.
Maxwell T. Newland.
Sorry.
This has been a tough one, everybody.
Hey, I just want to end by saying, not end. We don't have to end right now, but the voice work in this. All right, a lot of names that are not really around, and then two that are like huge. That being
Right.
Kat Susi, Phil and Lil, and an actress named Gray Delisle. You may not be familiar with her name. I guarantee you have heard her voice in cartoons. Like, no matter if you grew up in the United States, you have heard her voice. She did characters like Vicky on Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh shit.
Okay.
My favorite bitch.
Yes, one of the all-time best.
The original girl boss gatekeep gaslight.
She's in Afro Samurai. She's in Winx Club.
Yep.
She's in Totally
Yep.
Spies. Like she just did foundational American animated shows and some like dubbed things as well.
And who does she play on Shin-Chan?
Was she the teacher?
Yes, she was the like spider lady teacher.
Oh,
Field Day episode.
Oh, the spider lady.
I liked her a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call her Black Widow because she gets
On the web.
That was a good one.
On the web, yeah.
On the web. The way that she said that, I was like, okay, give me the clear Max called. They want their fucking clout back. Get out of here. Remember them Clear Max?
Yeah, dude.
I remember them Clear Max.
I want one.
Oh my
still.
gosh. I still want one.
We need more clear tech.
I agree. Everything went
Remember
downhill.
that era of clear tech?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that
It was
era
the
of
coolest
clear
thing in
tech?
the world to me.
Mhm.
I can see the circuit board.
Nintendo 64 controllers.
On the subject of our time, I don't know if this matters to anybody, but did you see that American Girl is coming for our necks?
What's American
The
Girl
scene
doing?
bitch.
You know
I
the
did.
you know
Yes.
the
Oh
my
American
God,
Girl
what?
dolls?
The early 2000s
They-
woman. Girl.
There
Oh
is a
my God.
90s girl.
Yeah.
One of her accessories, Newland. One of her accessories. Look at me, Newland. Look at me in my fucking eyes. One of her fucking accessories is the Pizza Hut personal pizza pans.
The
that
book
you
it.
would get for reading books. The book it
The
pizza.
book it
Newland.
Pizza Hut.
Newland.
The passage of time is making me nauseous right now. Like
That one hit me.
She has an inflatable chair. One of those clear inflatable, like,
No.
beanbag chair. Remember that? Yeah.
okay.
I'm looking at the ad for this, and it's very Clarissa Explains It All.
Oh my god.
Yes.
It's very Secret Life of Alex Mack.
Yes. Yes.
It just makes me think about how other American dolls, they're like from the 1900s, they've got like a fucking horse. They've got like
Right.
a goddamn tractor. And what we
Yes.
had that was equivalent to our day-to-day lifestyles was the personal pan pizza
Personal
gift
pizza.
fucking punch
Yeah.
card.
That's what we're known for.
That's what we had.
I-
Oh
We had-
god.
God
Yeah,
help
those.
me. I actually really love this second graphic I'm posting. I actually really love the graphic design on their names. Like
Okay, I do too.
between
I
the
love
label
Nikki.
maker and the two
Oh my
like
God,
tartan
the-
patterns.
The alien pillow.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, they got it right. I can't fault
They-
them. They got it
They
right.
got my ass, guys.
They,
Oh,
they
God.
got us. We're old.
Just,
Oh, God.
I know. Oh my god. I can't.
Can I buy just that personal pan pizza?
Yes, I'm pretty sure you can.
I'm gonna put that on my bookshelf.
The next time you come to Chicago, we can be those weirdos in the American Girl store downtown. Just
Oh,
to get the
Hi, I'm
Hell
just here for the
yes.
personal pan pizza.
Can I buy do you guys sell these a la carte?
Can I just have the little chair? I just want the little inflatable chair. I just need to relive my halcyon days, please.
My nephew's extraordinarily small. I just need a little chair
Actually, I honestly just want to use this to hold my phone. Thanks.
that's shaped like a hamburger. You remember Juno?
See, like, yeah. Yeah.
We're going Gex right now. We're just making pop culture references. Hey, remember Napoleon
Oh, God.
Dynamite? What a good movie that was.
Hey guys, I gotta tell you, I watched Napoleon Dynamite recently as an adult. It actually is a good movie still.
Does it
It
hold
still
up?
slaps.
Does
It
hold up?
holds up.
It actually holds up. really well.
Napoleon Dynamite holds up real good.
Because it's
it
like, whoa.
absolutely does.
This movie's about nothing.
It literally.
That's like
Yeah.
cool. It's like sick. The stakes are so low. I love
He's
it.
got tater tots in his pockets. What else do you want?
Yeah, man.
His friend shaved his head because he was in the bath and it was too hot. And you know what? Have you never been there when you've been in the bath and you're like, damn, I'm too hot?
I didn't live in Idaho, but I worked in Idaho and I lived on the border of Idaho, and it is like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it is.
That is
Yep.
what
Yeah.
Idaho is like. That is, I think, what gave me the sauce when I was watching it the second time. I was like, oh shit, I actually know this place. Whoa, and these people. Whoa, yikes.
Man.
I have worked there. Oh
Yep.
my god.
Talk to that guy. Oh my god.
I think there's a way to bring this. Is Shin-Chan also just about nothing? Isn't that what the
Oh,
allure
It's a
is?
Seinfeld. Yeah.
100%,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. 100%.
That's the beauty of
yeah.
it.
The episodes that we cited as being our favorites are the ones where you can really feel the original, like, very charming, down to earth slice of life stuff, trying to bust through this haze of weirdness and
Yes.
sarcasm.
The beautiful mundanity. What's not to like?
Yeah.
And it's so nice to imagine watching this show, but like everybody's normal to each other.
Right.
Yeah. Can I say, I think this is to bring it back into the big discussion that we have here on Anime Club. This feels like cowardice to me, right?
100%.
Like, just localize this delightful show that millions of people in Japan watch. And
Give me the penis cut. Give us the penis cut.
You know what? We're adults. You can put a little blur over it if it's that big of a deal.
Things like, you can say on Anime Club and when you're at a bris.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
But yes, like it's like I personally, yes, I agree with that. The sarcasm at points got a little grating because it was just kind of like, okay, y'all are improving in this studio. Like, did y'all write this
the
shit
90s
down or
was
did y'all
dark.
just make it
Okay.
up? Yep. And so it was just like, okay. But then it was things like the eyebrow episode where it's like, okay, y'all still made a joke script out of it, but this it feels way more true to what's actually happening. You know, that we're watching, kind of thing. And it's like, okay, I can believe this one being localized, even if you took out some of the sarcasm, but I could actually see this one being a lot more localized than some of the other ones we watched today.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah, I like how just his whole thing is that he is a silly little guy. Look, I'm not trying to play into the stereotype that I bring, but he's just a silly little guy, right? What's not to love?
He really is.
And it's when he becomes just an asshole that it becomes less funny. It's like, we get it. Yeah. You're being a dick. I don't think that's inherently funny. And that
we don't like when he's Cartman.
Right, exactly. We already have one of those.
Every generation, every culture on Earth has a Stewie Griffin.
Right.
Oh boy. Oh, right. Hold on.
He even
writing that one down.
He dresses in the same colors as Stewie Griffin. Hold the fucking phone.
Oh god, what is it about red and yellow? Are they like toxic frog colors? Like, oh, I'm a mean '90s kid. That's also kind of Bart Simpson. Kinda.
I think it's ketchup and mustard. It's sweet and sour.
This Mickey Mouse shithead.
Mickey Mouse shithead.
What is the truth?
I'm dead. I can't do this anymore.
I gotta start a Patreon so that I can start posting these screenshots somewhere, because everybody's listening to us talk about these screenshots and being like, what is Max doing?
Mickey Mouse shithead has ruined my life.
Man.
I think that is the evolution of fuck them kids.
I was gonna that was the one last note I had here, Stevie. You've been banging on the drum of fuck them kids this season. I mean, and in a way that I love. And yet you are the one that have brought Crayon Shin-Chan to the table. You brought these children into our midst.
Because here's the thing: if we go hate any kids, this is the time. This is the time. These kids.
Okay, so this is actually an evolution. This is a all kid hate podcast for the next this and 2 more episodes.
3 episodes. Yes, 3 episodes of shit on them. Shit on them. Yes, no. These kids are assholes. Shin-Chan's an asshole. Shin-Chan's an asshole. Anytime his mama gave him a noogie, I was like, you deserve it. You could have got a wet willy for that too. Boy, old asshole. You a douche. You a douche canoe. Get out of here. Rude dude. He's a rude dude. The only person who doesn't get the fuck them kids stamp is Bo. Bo is the only one.
He's fine.
Bo's pure.
Yep.
Bo's pure and good.
Bo's too pure for this world. He's pure and good.
Bo is timeless, so technically not a child.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Interesting concept. If you're always a child, are you also never a child?
Yes.
Bo is an idea, and ideas don't age.
I'm an idea.
Yes. I mean, like, look, truly, like, it was one of those things where, like, I was like, when I picked this, I was like, I am going to try to be, like I am going to bring the most toxic anime. I'm going to be the most unhinged and the most unmanic on this podcast. I think I achieve that every week. However, I was like, this is either going to be great or we're all going to get mad at me.
You bring a lot of well-needed chaos along with you, Stevie, in a way that I legitimately 100% unironically appreciate.
Well, and how appropriate for Shin-Chan.
Exactly. This has basically been an episode of Shin-Chan.
I was just about to say, we've been giving little vignettes this entire time. We're replicating the experience of a Shin-Chan watch. You're welcome. You don't even have to do it. We saved you the time.
You don't.
And now one of us will take their pants off.
Whoop, and dance around with their butt out. Which I'm gonna talk about that one off the pod because that's actually something I did in college, and I scared myself on top of a car. Anyway, we can get to that later. But what I was gonna say is that I truly was trying to Jane Lynch with this selection. I was like, I'm going to create a season.
that is so toxic for children.
That is so toxic. It's like truly full of so many kids. Like absolutely.
Many children, much to think about.
Here's the thing too. I did not realize that this whole season I was gonna have to say "fuck them kids" like every other episode. I thought that I was gonna.
Great precedent.
Been a lot.
There's managed to be at least one child on every episode that has annoyed the absolute shit out of me, and I was not expecting that this season. I thought it was gonna be Tenchi. I had steeled myself for Tenchi. I'd already gone through Tenchi once, so I was ready for his antics.
Well, Sasami is surprisingly tolerable, and she's the only kid.
She's the only actual kid, like child in
Well, okay,
Tenchi.
you're right. Tenchi is 17. That's a kid.
Yeah, Tenchi's a minor. He's still a minor, but like, yes.
The Cabot also turns into a child. Let's not forget.
That was weird. The only reason why Sasami gets a pass is because she did. Okay, that's the reason why she gets.
The kid that died,
and that's fucked up.
Merged with the ghost.
Because she's dead, and that's fucked up. I can't say fucked up kid. She got fucked on the way down.
Life already did.
She got fucked up already. Yeah, life took that from me. I can't claim that. So yes, but look, there have been in every other iteration. I've been like, damn, fuck that kid, and fuck that kid, and fuck that kid, fuck all these kids.
Listen, in season 3 of Afterschool Anime Club, no kids.
No kids allowed. No.
We can't promise that. There's absolutely going to be kids.
Just pretend they're not there. Just watch a no kid edit of whatever you're going to watch.
I simply close my eyes.
I pretend I do not see
just
it.
like George Bush Jr. did to us. Leave them all behind.
Damn. Get them.
We really are in the 90s.
I was just about to say, man, what a millennial episode this has turned out to be. Oh, man. I'm going to go sit on my inflatable couch, grab my pizza rolls, boot up my Sega Genesis. I'm going to be playing Mortal Kombat, which should ideally be age inappropriate, but I'm 28.
Yes.
It's the version where everybody sweats when you punch them instead of having blood
There we
come
go.
out.
And there's only friendalities. There's only those friendships at the very end.
Yes. If y'all don't leave me alone, let me boot up my little PS1 with the attached screen. Let me play Crash Bandicoot. Leave me alone.
Oh, mwah, mwah. Thank you for giving me that secondhand memory. Really
You're
enjoyed
welcome.
that.
I love my little PS1. That thing was so good. That thing was fire.
Speaking of video games, actually, I needed a place to shoehorn this in. So there is actually like a lot of Shin-Chan video games. So what I did in prep, this was my research. I did air quotes.
I'm proud of you.
There are, yes, it's
I'm
true.
so proud of you.
My research was looking at fan art on DeviantArt, which you've already gotten.
We got some of that.
Yeah, you got some of
So
that.
good. So
I
good.
I am both pleased and disappointed to report that's as weird as it got. Most of it was just redraws in different styles.
Oh.
I saw Shin-Chan in the style of The Simpsons. That's that. You know what? Good job, kid. You did great. But the most interesting thing I found, there were some Game Boy games, there were some other things, but the thing that I found that you can download today for $40 US on the Nintendo Switch eShop is a video game of Shin-Chan in the style of Boku no Natsuyasumi, which...
What?
Yeah, no joke. You can do that right now.
Like the summer vacation game where you...
Summer Vacation Shin-Chan. It's on the Switch eShop right now. Not the original Boku no Natsuyasumi, but Shin-Chan's edition of Boku no Natsuyasumi.
Amazing.
Oh my
You can just run around catching bugs as Shin-Chan. I don't know if there is a D-Pants button. I hope there is.
Yeah, you
Yes.
hit
Yes.
X to
Better
elephant, do the Mr.
Yeah.
Elephant impression.
No, you have to like tap it over and over again to keep the momentum going.
You don't have enough Mr. Elephant tokens to do that.
It's like the taunt button in Pizza Tower.
Yeah.
You hold it down, and then all the bugs you caught start doing their own Mr. Elephant impression.
I just look, internet, if you give us money, we'll stream it.
Oh,
Fuck
that
yeah.
sounds delightful.
Well, they got to give me enough money to buy a fucking Elgato because that's a Switch, all right?
Oh, right.
I
that's
can't connect
true.
that to the pewter.
Yeah, you can't connect it to the computer.
Nintendo is really a gatekeeper and a girl bosser and a gaslighter in terms of accessibility.
Of streaming.
We'll see if my extremely cool modded Switch can play the new Crayon Shin-Chan game. My cool Switch.
Wow.
That's really strong and can do 60 FPS.
Wow, what a Switch. Oh, it sounds so handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else on Shin-Chan, folks? Are we Shin? Do we have it?
We've got 2 more episodes, so save it. Keep it in the tank.
We've got 2 more episodes on Shin-Chan.
The only thing I wanna put out there, I was gonna say this at the beginning, so I might as well say it at the end.
Please.
When I was talking to my partner about watching this anime, he had also never seen it, and so I was like, yeah, it's the stupid penis boy anime.
Stupid penis boy.
That's it. That's the end of the anecdote. I just wanted to make sure you all knew that that's how I referred to it, as the stupid penis boy anime.
And indeed it was the stupid penis boy anime.
I was correct. Yes.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, absolutely correct.
So thank you all for prompting me to watch the stupid penis boy anime. I've had a great time doing so. Would never have done it without this intervention, I'm going to call it. Because really, I should have watched this forever ago. It was a problem in my life that I hadn't up to now.
The great news, Ken. Well, there's mixed news. One, the Vitello dub that we just watched is kind of lost media for the most part. But the wonderful people at the Internet Archive have in fact archived the entire thing, or at least as much as they could find, which is where these downloads came from. I actually got these off of the Internet Archive.
That's insane. Oh my
Wonderful.
God.
Tremendous website. Love to put some respect on the Internet Archive. That's also where we got the Deke dub of Sailor Moon. Those episodes came from there as well.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to torrent the soundtrack of Breath of the Wild for a long time. Never had the space. They were always like too big of files. And then I went to the Internet Archive, and the Internet Archive was like, it's just there. You can have it for free, my dude. Nintendo can't touch me. Here, have this soundtrack.
We're the Library of Congress.
Literally.
What are they gonna do?
Like, what you gonna do? You want to fight me? I'm literally the law.
I'm the government.
I'm literally the government. I'm the government. So, yes. That's all I had. I had a good time.
Me too.
It is a
I
mess.
also had a good time.
Just like me. Shin-Chan is something in the, even though the opening, I don't know if I said this, the opening song, the actual tune is mid, but the lyrics are really funny.
Oh my God, yeah. It was so, again, so 90s. Oh my God.
So 90s. And there was some lyric about like essentially Shin-Chan being a mess, and I was like, oh, this is why I picked this, because I didn't know that this was me. Got it. Let's go. So I had a good time. I'm looking forward to the next 2. It's either going to get worse or it's going to get the same. Let's hope for the same. Because I feel like it's not going to get better. So let's just hope that it's going to stay the same.
Thank you, Ken, for joining us.
It was my pleasure, literally. Thank you so much for having me.
If our fans are listening to the show and being like, wow, he's so cool, what can I do? How can I find Ken? What should they do?
They should follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, and is it Ko-fi or coffee? I've realized I've never said this out loud.
I think it's supposed to be coffee, right? Because you're buying them a coffee.
Yeah, the KOFI website. I am at ISAWKEN on all of those. And if you want to see me be silly, I'm not going to do the elephant dance. I'm sorry. I'm a safe for work account in terms of penis exposure. But outside of that, if you want to see me be silly on the internet, those are the ways to do it.
Great.
Nice.
And that bell means this episode of the Afterschool Anime Club has come to a close. We're so glad you could join us once again, as always. If you'd like to follow us online, you can at Anime Club Pod. I'm on Twitter at MaxNewland_. Stevie, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram under the handle A Smattering on both platforms.
And Max.
You can find me on Twitter as long as it lasts at Max_Cats. It's getting dire, everybody. It's
Really
getting bad.
straight.
I need to make a Tumblr. This is uh-oh.
Yeah, I gotta like make mine active again, I guess.
You can now support Moonshot by pre-ordering a fucking enamel pin.
I'm so excited!
Get that
I'm so
pin.
excited!
We're gonna
I
put the
fucking love pins.
info.
I'm getting one.
Keep listening after the music. You'll hear all the info about the pin. You need to get the pin. It's a really cool pin. Everyone will think you're very cool for getting it and having it and displaying it. And of course, give me some reviews. I want to get those reviews. We love it when you tell us, say Max's baby, say
Under 36.
under 30. I'm under 36 and
Say
I
stupid
vote.
penis boy anime.
Penis boy anime. Put any of those catchphrases go in the reviews, and also put 5 stars. But that's the only chicken-headed shit you're allowed to say. All other chicken-headed
That's
shit, it's gone.
It's not a fence, it's a wall. We're being extremely I'm back on the pod this week, and it's time for us to get serious.
We are being
Be
serious
nice.
about this
Just
penis
be
boy
nice.
anime.
I had to be so aggressive last week, Kostrak, because you.
I
weren't
heard,
here.
yes, and I appreciate you holding the line there, Stevie, but don't worry.
You're back to strike terror into the hearts of our listeners.
Absolutely. You can't hear it. Maybe I'll bring it up to the mic, but I'm punching my fist into my open palm. Like, look out.
I appreciate the backup. This is the structural backup, like the systemic structural support that my ancestors wanted. So I really do appreciate that. Appreciate that.
It's the least I could do.
And of course,
This is the future my ancestors dreamed about. Yes, thank you.
specifically.
This is what reparations look like.
I am my ancestors' wildest dreams.
Thanks for listening. And we'll see you at the next meeting.
Scratch their head. Homework
Sorry,
is
a little
dirty
rowdy.
work. Rather stay at home in bed. His mama's little angel. Just ask her. Just ask her. But he's a walking, talking blueprint for disaster. Blueprint for disaster. Say hey, hey, Shin-Chan. You're looking for trouble, he's your man. Say hey, hey, Shin-Chan. He's breaking the rules the best he can. Little bit rude, a little bit crude. He's the kid with an attitude. Shin-Chan.
Hey everyone, Andrew here with a fun little offer. If you are someone who wants to show your dedication to shows that break orbit and everything that we do here at the Moonshot Network, well, now you can. We are officially open for some merch pre-sales. We've never done this before, but we are currently doing a pre-sale for some pins. A Moonshot pin that is our cool logo that our good friend Caro designed is now available in metal and enamel, a wonderful pin form. If you want to show all your friends the coolest pin this side of Jupiter, you can pre-order it. It's available at moonshotnetwork.bigcartel.com, or if you check our Twitter, we will have a tweet that should be pinned that'll tell you exactly where you can find it. The tweet's gonna be it's gonna be pinned like you would if you ordered the. Anyways, you can pre-order it now. $10. Enjoy the show.